What's up everyone, and thank you for choosing to learn with LAM. Today we're going to be calculating mass from moles and moles from mass. Now you're going to need molar mass for this lesson, so if you're feeling a bit shaky on it, check out the link in the description below for a tutorial. Now if we're all set, let's do this thing. For this lesson, the equations we'll be using are little n equals little m over big M, and little m equals little n times big M. Again, I apologize. I know it can be a little confusing with all the m's and n's, but we'll straighten that out. Little m here represents mass, which we should be familiar with. The unit for mass is going to be grams. Little n represents moles, just like in the other lessons, and the unit for moles is mole. And big M is the new guy. That's molar mass. Its unit is grams per mole. Units are super helpful here if you need to memorize the equations. We can use unit analysis to save us a bit of trouble. Let's just take the first equation for example, and you'll see that if we replace each variable with its unit, the units cancel out such that they equate. Here's what I mean. Instead of writing little n equals little m over big M, we can replace it with mole equals gram divided by grams per mole. Just a reminder that when we're dividing a fraction, you can multiply by the reciprocal instead. So then we can rewrite that equation as moles equals grams times moles over grams. Notice that the grams cancel out, and you end up with moles equal moles, which is of course true. Let's do the other side. It's a little easier. We can replace little m equals little n times big M with grams equals moles times grams over moles. Again, the moles cancel out and we're left with grams equal grams, and our units match up. All right, let's jump into an example here. If you have a 126.09 gram sample of nitrogen gas, how many moles of nitrogen gas do you have? I'm a big fan of writing down all my givens, so let's just jot down the mass here. So mass equals 126.09 grams. We also have the molar mass since we know the identity of the substance, which is nitrogen gas. Just a reminder that because we're dealing with nitrogen gas, which is made up of two nitrogen atoms, we have to multiply the molar mass of nitrogen by 2, so 14.01 grams per mole times 2 gives us 28.02 grams per mole. From there, we can substitute our givens into our equation. So my mole equals mass over molar mass, which is 126.09 grams divided by 28.02 grams per mole. And that gives me 4.5 moles. And going the other way, if you have a 6 mole sample of carbon dioxide, what is the mass of that sample? Again, let's write down our givens. Moles is 6 moles, and molar mass is 12.01 grams per mole from carbon, plus 16.00 grams per mole times 2 from the 2 oxygens, which totals 44.01 grams per mole. Our equation is mass equals moles times molar mass. So 6 moles times 44.01 grams per mole gives us a final answer of 264.06 grams. And that's all there is to it. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. Good job, everyone. If you find that you need a little extra help, please feel free to check out my other videos for tips and tricks on how to succeed in school. And as always, thanks for learning with LAM.